Hello everybody, it's Thomas J. Barkowski coming back at you with some more Oldhim practice for Proquest Season 3 and calling Indianapolis. This is my version of the Wesley Dong Top 5 Worlds deck for Oldhim, and I got one game for you, going against a Lexi. So for Lexi, let's see, I sideboarded in 3 Sink Belows and 3 Oasis, and I took out a couple block 2s and 1 or 2 reds to try to offset the 6 reds that I brought in, but the block 2s were mostly ice, blue ice cards. And that's because I find that almost every time I play Lexi, regardless of who I'm playing or what their playstyle is, the games go really long, because Lexi just has these really astonishing on-hit effects. And with her ability to constantly make frostbites, and then her on-hit effects to make you pay a resource, or make you only have one action, or coming in for dominate, or reload, like the Bolton shot, if it hits it reloads because it has more attack because it got +1 from Voltaire, so it has go again. So those are all really dangerous effects, and you combine that with Rain Razor's Art of War and 3 of a Kind, and Lexi can have some really crazy stupid turns. So typically they apply all the pressure, and for the most part I'm on the back foot. However, in this game, I get off to a great start, and I'm able to apply a lot of pressure so that they're having to take damage and they're having to get rid of cards. So they can have those 4 cards in Arsenal. And they're also playing just some funky cards in their deck, and they're playing a little goofy, and they're Voltairing on at the end of my turn and getting rid of that card and those resources floating, and they're playing that Pulse there. Dazzling Crescendo. So this is definitely a different type of build. So I'm just going to lay the pressure on thick, and as long as I have the resources to swing big, I'm just going to take damage to the face, and I'm going to return it. Wasn't able to fuse that Endless Winter, but we're still coming in for 8. And then if it hits, it has if they do an activated ability, they get a Frostbite next turn. They're going to try to block out. We're going to Tunic and Pummel. And then on their turn, they can't do anything because they don't have a resource to pay for the Frostbite. They got a Frostbite because they activated Lexi. So Endless Winter saved me a card in hand right there. Just trying to figure out how to best go here. We're going to Tear Asunder into the Winter Whale, and then we're going to Arsenal that last blue. So 5 Dominate. Now I know this is when the game is over because they decide to throw the New Horizon in front of it. So they no longer have that second Arsenal slot, and their current Arsenal is going to blow up. So you take away New Horizon from Lexi, and there's not a whole lot left there, especially when I already have tempo, I already have card advantage, and I have more health. So this was only a matter of time before this game was over. Feeling really good right now. Going to soak up a little bit of damage and swing back. If I have the resources, I'll just take all the damage to the face. We're trying to go tall, trying to be aggressive. I'm crowning here, I'm looking. Didn't get what I really want there, but an Oasis is never bad. We put that in Arsenal, we can hold on to that. Oasis is a great card. I think it's actually super underrated. Once again, they're Voltairing on the end of my turn. If they're getting off that 1 arrow with no go again for most of the game. So I don't know if this person was just new to Lexi, and unfortunately they just ran into me practicing Oldhim for Proquest, and hopefully I didn't ruin their night. It's New Year's Eve. This is around the time where I start playing slower because I'm talking to a gentleman on the Facebook Marketplace for Flesh and Blood, trying to buy a play mat. They got back to me, so I'm trying to negotiate the deal here. So I do play a little bit slower for the rest of the game. Alright, he's on the Voltaire. Gives his attack +2. Voltaire gives it +1. So instead he's coming in for 5. Plus the 3, so coming in for 8. I'm trying to figure out how I can block out 8 here, so I don't have to pay the resource, while still keeping enough resources in hand to throw this 5 cost attack back at him. Just added that into the deck. Took out 1 red Crush the Weak to add Debilitate or Disable, whichever the 2 that is. I took out 2 red Crush the Weaks, 1 for Debilitate, 1 for Disable. I'm going to test those out. A little more aggressive, need a little more resources, but they have way bigger upside. I found that, or I'm finding that Crush the Weak hasn't really been productive in its crush effect over the last 15 to 18 games. It's kind of just a 3 for 7, which, you know, not bad, but 4 for 8 or 5 for 9 with a really good crush effect is, in my opinion, just better. So we just need to practice it out and see if those resources really matter. If it's not consistent, if I can't consistently get it off because I don't have the 4 or 5 resources, I'll put the Crush the Weaks back in. Alright, now we just got a slower game. He's going to block out, throw an attack. I'm going to block it, throw an attack. We're going to go back and forth for a little bit. But in 29-5, this game's over. Tempo, no New Horizons. He just gives me 4 Frostbites. It's fine. I have 3 blues. So I got tons of resources to throw that Buckling Blow. Unfortunately, it's blue, so it's only coming in for 6, but that's still going to get cards out of hand. There you go. Bolt and Shot. That card is amazing. Alright, pay 1 or dominate. Nope, up by 27. You can dominate it. Then he plays a Winter Bite, you know, hey, pitch 2, pay 2 or whatever, that's fine, okay. We'll pay it. We're going to Tunic here, throw the blue Terrace Underway to Choke Slam. That's coming in for 8. They got 2 health. They're either going to block this out or concede. Maybe it's next turn they concede. I don't actually get the hit to land and take them to 0. They quit before it happens. Yep, we can block 3. Yep, there you go.